got this weekend available to shoot, and according to all the information that I can find, it looks like the Pacific Northwest is pretty socked in with rain clouds, with the exception of Eastern Washington, which is where I live. So we're going to go to my usual stomping grounds. I'm gonna go to Palouse Falls tonight, see if we can get some nice color. Then tomorrow we're gonna go scout out a location I've never shot at before and see if we can find a good photo there. It's time to hit the road. From the video, good light just never materialized at Palouse Falls. I shot a couple panoramas from the south side of the falls, but I came away with nothing that I'd really be proud of. So I packed up my bags and headed to the hotel for the night. So I've stopped and taken a couple photos, and I'm really liking the simplicity of having like the tan sand and the blue sky. It's way early, we got a couple hours till sunset at least, but we've got enough direct light that we're getting some nice textures going on in our foreground, which is good. I'm worried that some of those heavy clouds up there are gonna choke out our direct light. So I wanna make sure that I'm getting my shots now, just in case it gets choked out. Plus, once we walk over our foreground, it's gone forever. It's going to be footprints. So I want to make sure I'm shooting as we're walking and exploring. Now we're going to head this way and go see what we can find. So up on top, I've been taking some photos looking down because I love these textures down here. There's so many really cool textures. I'm really loving, shooting straight down on this stuff and getting textures. We're up on top now, and as we look this way, we can see the sand dunes way off into the distance. We can also see the bluffs that are over here, and that's why this area is called the White Bluffs. It's very, very beautiful. Fun fact, right over here is Hanford, and there are nuclear reactors over there that are used in the creation of plutonium. So there's a bomb factory right over there. Fun fact. So I found a composition that I like. I'm right on this ridge where the sand is blowing over the top of the ridge and kind of over, and then it ends in that peak back there. Plus I like the way the clouds are looking that direction. And I think it's turning out. Holy cow, is it windy up here though. I don't know how my audio is sounding, but really cool day up here. What I'm doing now is I'm zooming in to the photo, and I'm getting where the sand is kind of blowing over this ridge, which is pretty cool. Got a polarizer on right now to kind of help with the saturation, make a little bit more contrast in the scene. It's working pretty well. I'm gonna do some verticals and some horizontals. So the wind has picked up and it makes it difficult to be out here, but it's made the photo so much better. I found this composition that I'm shooting at 70 millimeters with the wind blowing over the ridges here. By far the best photos of the day. I think we're about to lose our light. I'm gonna keep shooting this, we'll stick around, maybe sunset will happen. So right now I have a composition that I'm absolutely loving. I'm down really close to some kind of interesting patterns happening in the sand, and it's mimicking the clouds that we have in the sky. It's really an excellent composition, and this blowing sand absolutely adds so much more energy to the shot. I'm gonna try to keep moving and shooting different foregrounds, but absolutely loving these conditions. One of the most common questions that I always get asked is, where do I focus? So in a situation like this where I'm really close to my foreground, I'm probably a foot away, I'm focus stacking. So I'm taking a shot, focus on the foreground, focus a little deeper, and then on my background. But in a situation where I'm not this close, I typically focus a third of the way into the frame, which is roughly the hyperfocal distance, depending on the shot. As you can imagine, my gear got absolutely covered in sand. I had sand in my bag, sand in my gear, but one thing I did that helped quite a bit was I put the rain cover on my bag. That way every time I set my bag down, it wasn't getting full of sand, and it helped keep some of that blowing sand out of my bag. Also, to get sharp shots in high winds like this, using a wide stance helps a lot. That way your tripod isn't getting blown around as bad. We ended up getting some color after all. Unfortunately, most of the color is not in the direction of my favorite compositions, but still pretty cool sky. After last night being a total bust, I'm pretty stoked about what we came home with. So I'm gonna walk back towards the car, snap a couple photos on the way, and head back to the hotel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Here are the photos that we came away with this week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.